Hi friends, I am Movie High Points, and today I am going to explain 2022 American science fiction movie called Prey. So let's start the video. The movie begins with Naru, a young Comanche woman, waking up and preparing herself for the day. Sometime in September 1719 in the Great Plains, she gathers plants and herbs, accompanied by her dog, Sarii. She also practices throwing axes, aspiring to be a hunter. One day, when noticing a deer, she attempts to hunt it down, but fails as both she and the deer are distracted by loud rumblings at the sky, which she assumes is a thunderbird. It is actually a predator spaceship, but she does not know it yet. Naru then joins her older brother Tabe to hunt birds. He proudly tells her his experience of Katamia, a hunt done by a Comanche tribe member to prove himself. She thinks she is ready for her Katamia, but Tabe doubts it. Back home, Naru's mother compliments her on being an expert at everything except hunting, even though she aspires to be a hunter. Naru tells her she wants to prove everyone else wrong, that she can be a hunter too. She then notices her mother making a mixture for the war chief's injured knee, and asks her why she missed an important ingredient called orange tsutsuya, to which her mother replies by instructing her to collect some. After collecting the orange tsutsuya, Naru hears a commotion, saying that Puhi, a tribe member, was missing. After encountering a cougar, a search party is tasked with finding him. Wanting to prove herself, Naru brings Sarii along and stalks the search party. Although others doubt her, Tabe defends her by saying she can help treat Puhi if they find Puhi alive, as she is trained to know medicines, and is also a good tracker. Meanwhile, the predator, the alien species, arrives at the Comanche territory and hunts a snake, to eat in its invisible mode. Unlike other animals, it brutally skins the snake. The search party finds Puhi wounded but still breathing. Naru treats his wounds, and gives him orange tsutsuya, to reduce his body heat, thus minimizing the bleeding. They immediately head back home, but Tabe decides to keep hunting the cougar. Naru thinks it is strange for a cougar to be far out of its den, assuming there is something far more dangerous scaring the cougar, thus worrying for Tabe. However, Tabe assures her that he is going to be alright. On the way home, Naru finds the predator's track, which is enormous compared to other animals she used to see in the woods. Remnants of the skinned snake were dumped not far from it. She questions what kind of creature is so huge and skins a snake like that, making her worry more for Tabe, and decides to go after him. A young Comanche man, Paka, accompanies her. They reach Tabe waiting for the cougar. Naru suggests giving the cougar bait on the tree. Then they wait until the cougar shows up to kill it. Tabe is convinced that it is time for Naru's Katamia. They then get into position. Paka mocks Naru for not being able to hunt, underestimating her ability to kill a cougar. Then he is surprised by the cougar, and falls off the tree branch. After a quick encounter with the cougar, now also falls off the tree, but she notices a spark beyond the trees, before she falls unconscious. Naru wakes up in her home. Her mother explains that Tabe carried her home, and went back to finish hunting the cougar. Naru panics, knowing there is something far more dangerous out there, but Tabe arrives with the severed cougar's head. The successful hunt earns him the title of the war chief. Naru confronts him uneasy, because the mysterious thing is still out there. Even though he defeated the cougar, she is determined to find it even without his permission. The next day, Naru goes hunting. She discovers a tree branch marked with the glowing green blood of the predator and its track. She practices her hunting skills and hunts rabbits. Meanwhile, the predator hunts a wolf, skins it and takes its skull. Naru continues her journey, and discovers a herd of dead and skinned bison. The predator, hiding not far from them in a cave, hears Sarii bark and follows Naru's tracks across the river. Sarii goes missing, while Naru is looking for it. She is trapped in a mud-filled bog pit, but survives with her axe-throwing skill, attaching her latched axe to a tree trunk, and pulling her body out of the mud. She washes herself and her equipment in the river, when she spots a grizzly bear, and finds Sarii coming back to her. The wind changes direction, causing the bear to smell her presence. It approaches her, and to add things worse, her bowstring breaks just as she is aiming for the bear. Sarii distracts the bear, allowing Naru to repair her bowstring. She fails to hit the bear, and runs to a nearby stack of wood. The bear suddenly stops chasing after her, sensing the predator behind it. Naru watches in horror as the invisible predator easily defeats the bear, and breaks it in two. She escapes, swimming downstream until she is found by a search party led by Wasapi sent by Tabe to look for her. They do not believe Naru's story of the predator, thinking it is the same as the monster in childhood stories. Naru attempts to finish her hunt, but with Sarii and other men tie her wrists, and then attempt to deliver her home. While the party takes a rest to drink, the predator catches up to them. It quickly decimates the whole search party except for Naru, who cleverly finds ways to escape. However, her foot is stuck in a bear trap, but the predator leaves her French trappers, find her and take her hostage. She learns that they are responsible for killing the bison. Their translator, Raphael, questions her about the predator, because she has encountered it. He begs her to help them defeat the predator together, but she refuses to talk. The trappers then reveal to her that they have also caught Tabe, bleeding him to force Naru to talk. They then use Tabe and Naru tied to a tree as bait to the predator, so they can hunt it. Tabe confesses that, before she falls unconscious, Naru has weakened the cougar, enabling him to finish it. He admits that there are things he did not see that Naru notices. Naru explains that the predator let her live because it did not perceive her as a threat. She is also certain that the trapper's intention of using them as bait would not work for the predator. Her words are proven true. The predator uses its fighting skills and advanced weapons to decimate the Frenchmen, while Naru and Tabe free themselves. Naru is unsure whether the predator can be killed, but Tabe convinces her that if it bleeds, it can be killed. They part ways. Naru back to the French camp to free Sarii and reclaim her weapons, while Tabe gets one of the escaped Frenchmen's horses. At the French camp, Naru defeats the remaining trappers and frees Sarii when she notices Raphael missing one of his limbs, begging her to treat his wounds in exchange for information on how to use his pistol. Naru gives him the orange tzetsia, as she keeps in her pockets, causing him to shiver. She then senses the predator nearby and runs to hide, while Raphael plays dead. Naru is shocked when she observes the predator not immediately attacking Raphael, as if he is invisible to it only after it steps on Raphael's leg, and he screams that it notices him and kills him. She deduces that consuming the orange tzetsia lowering body temperature will make a person invisible to the predator. Sarii comes barking, and just before the predator is about to attack it, Tabe arrives on horseback, impaling the predator. At one point, the predator's mask falls off, troubling its projectile aim. After an intense battle, Tabe realizes they are losing against it, and allows Naru to escape. While he is impaled from the back by the predator, one of the tribe members delivers Tabe's weapons to his mother, informing her that he is dead. Naru loads Raphael's gun by the river, and notices a surviving Frenchman washing nearby. Instead of shooting him, she knocks him unconscious, severs one of his legs, and baits him to use an unloaded gun. While the Frenchman curses at her and is preparing to shoot her, she bites the orange tzetsia as she senses the predator nearby. Her plan works as the predator walks past her and directly attacks the Frenchman. She knocks on the predator's mask and takes it, then flees. Naru ambushes the predator by lurching herself towards it from the top of a tree. She does not try to kill it, as she knows its strength is much greater than her. Instead, she traps him inside a mud-filled bog pit, where she was trapped earlier, then positions herself in front of tree branches to make the predator aim its projectiles at her. Unbeknownst to it, she already placed its mask in a position that'll cause the projectile to blow past its head, effectively killing it. She screams at her victory and takes the predator's head and Raphael's pistol back to her tribe. Naru is welcomed by her tribe with cheer and joy. She informs the chief that they need to move to safer ground as there are threats nearby. As Tabe is deceased, she is made the new war chief in the end. Credits: 3 Predator spaceships arrive at the Comanche grounds. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.